Hello Leo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And you may want to go check out the other videos on the channel that pertain to your sun, moon, or rising signs. I think that will give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on this week, get some different perspectives from your different sign placements. All right, and all those playlists are available on the channel, so you can check that out. Now we're going to get into it and see what it is that is going on with you. What is it that Leo needs to know? What's the message for Leo for this coming week? We start off with the Sun card. So this could mean many different things. We're going to lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread, and that is going to include this mystery card, confirmation card, bonus card, and we are just going to wait until the very end to look at that and see how that might tie the reading together or give us that confirmation that we're looking for. Okay, so let me just straighten up some of these cards here. Now, it looks like we have a pretty decent balance. We've got some fire, some water, some air, a little bit of earth, not too much, couple major arcana cards. And we're going to look at these majors first because they are on the path of the dove here. So we started out with that Sun card. Okay, now I think that this might be in some way related to a new sense of freedom that you have now. I'm going to put this card together with this Tower card. The Tower card by itself always looks a little ominous, right? But with this Tower card here leading into this Sun card, I feel like I'm getting this feeling anyway. And let me know if this is resonating with you. I'm getting this sense like you've recently escaped from a situation. It's almost like you're busting out of prison and now you're in the sunshine for the first time in a while, right? I'm getting that kind of feeling here. So there was some situation in the past that might be the reason why you're here today, where you were feeling locked up, feeling kind of stifled or kept down, or maybe even like imprisoned, right? And it could be an emotional situation. It could be that you felt, really tied to this, to this job that you had or this career that you were in, this work that you were doing. It could be that you were in a really kind of oppressive relationship, or one in which you didn't feel you had a lot of freedom to be yourself, right? To do the things you wanted to do or just to express yourself fully, right? So with this past, there is this sense that you're out of this now, or you're coming out of this. You're just about out, right? I feel like this is pretty recent. And this could be something that, maybe just today or yesterday you got out of this situation, because this feels very fresh. Okay, and especially when we take it with that Sun card, it seems like this is something that literally just happened. And you got out of this situation, something that was just locking you in, holding you back, holding you in. And now there's this Sun energy. Okay, so we get out of that situation, now we're here. Or this is where we're going to get to this week, I think. And this is that freedom, that sense of finally taking a breath of fresh air, seeing the sun for the first time in quite a while. And I think that this is allowing you to be yourself. This is allowing you to just shine again, right? Maybe something was really keeping you literally like imprisoned in this kind of darkness or ignorance, or just with a lack of freedom of expression, a lack of love and encouragement, right? And again, it could be a romantic thing, it could be a work thing, but there was some situation, I'm fairly confident about that was holding you back, that wasn't allowing you to be who you are. But that's changing. I think if it hasn't already, this week is the week for you to really be in this Sun energy. Now, this is you out in the open, free, feeling the warmth and the light from the sun, feeling that energy and that love from the sun, both literally and figuratively. And this is also you radiating your light now. This is you being able to be fully who you are, what you feel inside. This is you taking what's in your heart and deep in your soul and just letting it pour out, letting it just flow, right? And it's a wonder, it's a beautiful thing. And so I feel like we're in this kind of energy now, or this is what's coming this week, right? Now, I see this court card here. Older feminine energy, air sign person. I think this air sign person may be that person in your life, not that was keeping you in this prison, kind of kept you locked up in the tower, maybe even literally, figuratively speaking. But this person might be who has encouraged you or assisted you in some way to get out of that situation, to free yourself, right? I really do have this feeling like you were just locked up, and with the help of this person, you managed to bust out, and you're just running free. You're just running free now in the sunshine and fresh air, the beautiful weather, right? It feels nice out here. But I think this person was helping you with that. I think this person was directly related in some way. Now, this could be a close friend, family member. It could be a new romantic interest, someone new that you've met that has awakened you to the fact that you were maybe in darkness and has encouraged you to come out into the light. Okay? So this person, I think, was intimately involved, or they will be. Now, this may not have happened quite yet. It could be something because, again, this is the path of the dove here. This is for the week to come. This might be something happening in the next few days. But you may already know this person. You may not know this person yet. But they're going to be very directly related into your getting out of that situation, getting yourself into the light, into this major arcana sun card energy. Okay. Now, what we see, the next major arcana card, the last one in the spread today, except for the mystery card, we don't know what that is yet. But up here at the top of the spread, this is kind of giving us things in a nutshell. And this is the Fool card. So the reading in general, the main idea here is this Fool energy. Is this air, expansiveness, right? Flowing from the center outward infinitely, right? Growing, communicating, expressing. This is also trying to take in as many new experiences as you can. This is literally that freedom in action, right? It's that air, it's that fresh air. It is the hot air that will lift you to new places, right? Like a balloon or something. This is that air of communication and expression and new relationships, new opportunities, new experiences. And I think that's what this is all really about. This is about your ability to be free. Okay? And when we're in this darkness, this tower darkness, this imprisonment, whatever situation this wasn't allowing you to let your inner fool out, right? So now with this freedom, with this escape, with this kind of running out into the light, into the sunshine, with help of this air sign person who's bringing you this air freedom, right? Both air. So there's some association there. And so I think everything in a nutshell, it comes down to this freedom. The Fool is the ultimate free spirit, right? Open to everything, wants to do as much as they possibly can in their lifetime, right? Have as many experiences as possible. That infinite, insatiable curiosity, that sense of wonder and enthusiasm and awe and that joy of doing all of these things because it's free, because it's what they want, it's what they feel. They're not censoring themselves. There's not much of a buffer between what they feel inside and what they express into the world. That's freedom, right? Freedom of expression, being who you are, and doing what is going to bring satisfaction and joy to you. So I think that's what things are in a nutshell. Now we have some more air to look at on the path of the dove here. The first one that I want to go to is down here at the bottom. And this is something that's just under the surface that is just kind of maybe peeking through a little bit. And this is the Four of Swords. I think what this Four of Swords is talking about is this tendency that you have had, particularly in this tower experience that you were going through, of just not wanting to rock the boat. Okay, I think this was you keeping the peace, maybe not standing up for yourself, not wanting to upset the perhaps delicate balance of whatever this situation was, even though it was kind of like a prison. It was kind of keeping you locked in or locked up, right? Keeping you closed off. But for some reason, you just wanted to keep the peace. You didn't want to upset things. You just wanted to kind of keep things going in the calm, peaceful as possible kind of way. And I think I'm onto something. My ear just started ringing. Do you hear that? Anyway, so I think this is part of the tendency. I think maybe this is why this situation was going on for as long as it was, because you didn't have that impulse to just finally break free, just to trash the whole thing, just to finally speak up, speak out, and upset things. If things are not fair, if there is this tension, if there is this I just keep wanting to say imprisonment, right? But I don't think it was literally that. But in that situation, I think that you were trying to just keep things calm, keep things smooth, bide your time for as long as possible, and just keep things as peaceful as they could be. Okay, Four of Swords, avoiding the conflict, right? But in the immediate future, and perhaps through this air sign person in some way, this person really is bringing you the awareness of all of this air, right? But through this person in some way, in the immediate future, you're just going to go ahead and upset things. You're going to go ahead and speak out, stand up for yourself. This Five of Swords is saying all of this calm, this peace, be damned, right? All of this conflict avoidance, the hell with it. You're putting that fifth sword in there, and it's really going to shake things up, right? You're really going to do the battle. You're really going to just say, today's the day that we're going to make our escape. Today is the day that I'm going to gain the freedom. And the Five of Swords says that. You're going to fight. You're going to battle. You're going to have this, figurative sword fight. Standing up for yourself. No longer trying to avoid the conflict. If there's going to be conflict, so be it. Because your freedom is worth it. And this air person, I think, again, is bringing you all of this air energy. In whatever way, they kind of wake that sense up in you of, I'm going to fight. No longer am I going to just keep the peace, avoid the conflict. I'm just going to do it. Right? And I think that's what's happening on the path of the dove for this coming week. Now, we're going to move over to the path of the serpent here, which we see some other interesting things, for sure. The first one is in the position of your attitude right now, what you've been kind of thinking about lately, right? Where your head is at. What kind of things do you do every day? I think you're focused on your work and on your career. I don't know that this means that this freedom situation is related to work. It could be. it could be that you're so focused on work as a way to avoid this conflict. Does that make sense? So you've been really putting yourself into your work. I think that you have a very good job, a very steady job, one that could take a lot of your attention if you let it, you know. It's something that you really can put more and more of yourself into and see more and more success. So I think it really is a way of avoiding this conflict that we see over here. And I think this is kind of what you've been occupying yourself with for some time in order to avoid that. Okay? But the next card that we see is a 3 of Cups, and this is in the position of your relationship with someone. Okay? The 3 of Cups, about abundance. It's about having so much that you're sharing it with everyone, right? It's having more than you need, so you just throw a party, right? You treat everybody, treat all your friends. Take everyone out to dinner. You celebrate life. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate other people that are close to you. I think this is talking mostly about this air sign person who brings you this air energy. Kind of maybe like brings you the file baked into the loaf of bread so you can get out of this situation, right? Kind of brings you the key to the cage. And so I think that it's going to be bringing you this wonderful sense of love and joy and appreciation and abundance and wanting to celebrate with this person. Wanting to thank them for their help, even if they're not doing so consciously, just their presence or their conversation or their energy or their encouragement in other areas, or just their aura has brought you this opportunity for this kind of freedom, right? And so I think that deserves to be celebrated. I think this person deserves to have your love and affection. And I think that's going to be the vibe between the two of you once you get through the path of the dove here. I think that's going to be a little bit more of your focus here. You're going to use some of this sun energy to celebrate and just enjoy the warmth, enjoy the radiance of the sun. And you're going to do it, I think, with this air sign person who, again, kind of brought you the key to this whole thing. Now, the next card that we see is one of the only other true fire cards. It's the only wand that we see here. We had a little bit of fire with the Tower and Mars. We had a little bit of fire with the Sun card and Leo. Now, I didn't mention this, but given that you are a Leo sign, right? I think it's even more important for you to recognize this Sun card in yourself, right? I think this really deserves some special attention from you this week. Because as much as it is about this freedom, these opportunities, and having these cards really go together. And so I just want to touch upon this for one minute more. I think the Sun card is really important to you this week. I think this is really what you need for your life. I think this is really what you're after. Not so much the freedom to go do what you want every day and to express yourself and take new opportunities and have new experiences and just be free in a literal sense. But I think you need that sense of freedom of identity, right? You need to know who you are on the inside and express that on the outside. You need to be true to yourself. Be like this radiant sun. So it is more of a sense of freedom of identity than it is a literal freedom to, go where you will and do what you will. Which it's that also, because like I said, the Fool is kind of wandering underneath this sun, The Fool is kind of wandering around and having their adventures in the light of this wonderful, warm, loving, radiant sun. But you've got to become this warm, loving, radiant sun and be true to who you are and fulfill your destiny and fulfill your identity. Okay, I think that's really important. I'm getting a strong sense that we need to kind of come back to that. Anyway, so we were on to this 9 of Wands. And this is in the position of your fears, worries, concerns, something that may be causing you some anxiety. And I usually say this on these readings, is that this position of fear and worry is usually pretty obvious. It usually fits right into the reading, and it almost just doesn't need to be mentioned, right? So I'm usually reluctant to even talk about it. But basically, you're worried that you're not going to be strong enough to get out of this prison, to obtain this freedom. Because the 9 of Wands is all about strength. It's all about having the inner conviction, right? Knowing what we want, what we should do, what we need to do, what we must do, and then doing so consciously with that sun at the top, letting that happen, right? Going also from this darkness of this moon energy into the light of that solar energy, that sun. Remember, the sun is vitally important to you this week. So there's a little bit of fear and apprehension of going from this darkness out into the light. Are you strong enough to do that? Are you strong enough to climb this central pillar here and obtain this for yourself? Because as much as this air sign person is bringing you the key, you still have to do the work. You still have to turn the lock, push open the door, and run out. Right? And so there's a little bit of fear. Am I strong enough? Can I do this? Will I make it? Am I kind of afraid of fulfilling my destiny or fulfilling my identity? Right? There's a little bit of worry there, or tension, or concern, little bit of fear. Fear is a strong word. I don't think it's that intense. But there's a little bit of that. And again, that's obvious. That doesn't really need to be said. Of course there is, right? So we're going to move on. The projected outcome, the future card, the result of all of this energy is this Knight of Cups. So this is the fiery, passionate, the intensely moving forward aspect of our love, of our emotions, of our feelings, our value system. So I think this is really going to be the result of all of this work, primarily the result of all of this energy on the path of the Serpent here, with, I think, you overcoming this bit of fear that you're not strong enough and celebrating life, celebrating your freedom, celebrating this person that has been in some way related to this freedom. And I really think it's going to be a new opportunity for love and joy and pleasure, right? And it could be that you end up with this person. It could be that your love energy is moving passionately toward, or maybe put them on the other side, moving passionately toward this person and offering them your heart and saying, enjoy this freedom with me. Go on this journey. Go on these adventures with me. And there's no turning back to this prison state that you were in. There's no going back there. So the final outcome, I think, is going to be you really choosing consciously where to give your devotion, where to give your love and your energy. Now, again, this doesn't need to be a romantic situation. This could really be in terms of a work situation, a job that you've just kind of been stuck in for a long time, anything, really anything. But this person that comes into your life could end up being a new love interest. It could be someone that you offer your devotion to. You offer your heart to them. But it could be a friendship. It doesn't need to be a romantic thing. But the point is you're going to be in control of that, and you're going to have this aspect of your freedom in order to offer yourself to whoever you wish, right? To offer your heart, offer your devotion, your love and affection to someone. Okay. Now we're going to check out this confirmation card here because I've been dying to know what this one is. And we're going to see if this gives us any sort of confirmation. We have the 10 of discs. This is complete fulfillment and success and wealth in every aspect of your life. It's financial, yeah. I think going back to your focus on work, right? This Knight of Discs energy that you have. You're really focused on work. You're putting all your energy into your work and your career. I think it's going to pay off. I think you're going to amass a significant wealth and abundance for yourself. But I think this is going to be satisfaction in every other area. This is going to be a wealth of feeling, a wealth of joy, an abundance of satisfaction and love and affection, an abundance of just pride and confidence and self-love. And it really is going to be the physical manifestation in every area of your life of this Sun card. The Sun card is really pouring down this abundance on you. And this is fulfillment in every way possible. Financially, yes, but also just having this wealth around you of, of love and affection and joy, satisfaction, fulfillment, right? Both within yourself and in your adventures, in your activities, in the things that you put your attention on, that you devote yourself to. Remember, with the devotion here, with the Knight of Cups. So anyway, Leo, I think you've got a very interesting week ahead of you. And I encourage you to check out the extended version. We're going to take a quick look at some more things. You can become a member of this channel by clicking on the link in the description box. This was your weekly tarot forecast on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you. God, how long have I been down here?